Dear spectators, dear onlookers, today it's all about the most important expected stanzas from first year book 3. Dear fellows, dear listener, on your slide there is a caption, rules for writing the reference, context and explanation of a poem. In this whole lecture, I will share my knowledge how to write all that. First of all, I would better share my knowledge regarding the origin of the word poetry. The word poetry has been derived from the Greek word poiesis, which means making. It's also called verse. And the next subtitle on the same slide on your screen is starting of English poetry. It is meant to be that when did the poetry start? The history of the English poetry stretches from the middle of the 7th century to the present day. It is meant to be the starting period of English poetry is right from the 7th century. Dear spectators, here first of all, I would better share some basic information regarding the poetry. And the first one is, who was the first English poet in the history? Caedmon is the first ever known English poet in the history of English. And then the question arises, who is considered the father of English poetry? Chaucer still occupies a prominent place in the English literature canon, so he is considered the father of English poetry right from the 14th of century. Dear listener, on the slide on your screen having the caption, who first wrote poetry? In this regard, the oldest known poems are anonymous, such as the Rig Vedas of Hinduism, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and the Song of the Weaver by an unknown Egyptian of the second dynasty. Dear audience, dear fellows, the next slide on your screen having the caption, what is meant by a poet? A poet is a person who studies and creates poetry. Poets may describe themselves as such or be described as such by others. A poet may simply be the creator, thinker, songwriter, writer, or author who creates, compose poems, oral or written. Dear guys, here I would better differentiate between the word writer or author, and both the words have been made prominent in red ink. The first one is the writer. A writer is meant to be a person who writes something, whereas a writer can also write something for someone else and his work is not credited for him or her. Whereas, on the other hand, an author is meant to be a person who writes and his work has been published and credited for the same officially. Dear listener, dear spectator, Now the next slide is on your screen with the caption of how to write the reference of a poem. In this regard, follow the following steps. And the first step is to write the name of the poem and then write the name of the poet or the poetess and then publication date if available. It is meant to be that when did the poem publish. These are the information, if available, then can be mentioned or written under the caption of reference. Dear audience, dear spectator, now the caption is on your screen. Pattern for writing a reference. In this slide, you would see that first of all, under the caption of reference, you will start writing first of all the name of the poem and then name of the poet or the poetess, and after that in which year the poem was published. Here is an example of the lines mentioned above. Loveliest of trees, the cherry knowe, it is the poem in first year book 3. This poem was written by A.E. Houseman, a great English scholar and poet. This poem is the best composition about beauty and regret. It was first published in 1896 in Shropshire Lade. Dear spectator, now I would better like to elaborate the words in the highlighted words. First of all, the name of the poet A.E. Houseman, it stands for Alfred Edward Houseman, who was born on 26th of March 1859 and he was died on 30th April 1936 in UK. And after that, there is a word Shropshire Lad. It is meant to be a collection of 63 poems published in 1896. Dear spectators, now the next slide is on your screen having the caption of how to write context of a poem. Its definition is over there. The parts of something written or spoken that are near a certain word or group of words. The focus is near a certain word or group of words and that help to explain its meaning is called its context. And know what is meant to be the above certain lines. The lines that I have just read over there are being explained right now. It means that when we are going to write the context of any poem, we should try to write the message. Focus is on the word message of the poem or the marrow that certain poem occupies. Dear onlookers, now the caption on your slide is how to write the explanation of a poem and now definition of poetry explanation. A poetry explication is a relatively short analysis which describes the possible meanings and relationship of the words, images, and other small units that make up a poem. And the next one subtitle is what the above mentioned means to be. To be in explanation, we are supposed to write all the pros and cons mentioned in the poem so that every corner of the verses might be well understood. Dear students of class first year, now the time comes to share my experience regarding the most important stanza for board exam 2023. And over there, poem number 2. And the stanza over here starts from pulling up and it ends at over her shoulder, hoping it might be the most important stanza be in your first year English board paper. Dear students of class first year, know the next stanza that has been taken from poem number 3 with the caption loveliest of trees the cherry no, and the stanza starts from long of my 80 years and 10, 20 will not come again, and take from 70 springs a score, it only leaves me 50 more. Dear students of class first year, now the next stanza from poem number 4, caption as, oh, where are you going? Hoping to have this stanza also most important regarding your board exam. It starts from out of this house and it ends at as he left them there. Dear students of class first year, and now the next stanza is from poem number 5, having the caption of in the street of the fruit stalls. The certain stanza starts from they take it and it ends at I am standing in. Dear students of class first year, and now the next stanza from poem number 6 with the heading A Sindhi Woman. It starts from barefoot and it ends at and not a ripple in her dress. Dear students of first year, now the next stanza is on your screen and that has been taken from poem number, and the name of the poem is Ozymandias. It starts from and wrinkled lips and it ends at and the heart that fell. Dear students of class first year, now the next stanza has been taken from poem number 10 named The Hollow Men. The stanza starts from those who have crossed and it ends at the stuffed men. Students of class first year, now the next stanza that is on your screen has been taken from the poem Rubaiyat. It starts from love and it ends at then the skin. Students of class first year, and now the next stanza that has been taken from the poem number 13 named as A Tale of Two Cities. It starts from woeful were all the hills and it ends at none to lessen their groans. Dear students, and now the next stanza on your slide is from poem number 15 named as He Came to Know Himself. The stanza starts from He alighted from high heaven and it ends at just to have his head cut off. Dear students, And now the most important expected stanza for the board exam 2023 is on your screen, and the name of the last poem number 20 is In Broken Images, and the stanza starts from He is quick and it ends at mistrusting broken images. With the best blessings of Allah Almighty, there will be one stanza out of all these what I have projected on the slides, inshallah. Allah Hafiz and take care till the next lecture.